Hey guys, this is Kevin O'Toole, and this is my week 3 discussion video for Java 2 Term 1406. Okay, so how did I use the fragments to enhance the user experience when changing modes? Just like the project required, in Portrait I have different fragments handling for the layouts for the portrait layout, and then I have my landscape layout, so when it's in landscape the fragments are next to each other. Describe what functionality I implemented via the interfaces. For this project, for my main activity fragment, my interface, I had the onList item clicked, so that this way when they clicked on a certain item, it would bring up my function for that. I also used the get data method in this one because my onClick button um, calls the get data method from my main activity, which is my handler. So I use that also. In my detail activity, I don't think I used an interface in this one. I did not. Okay, so on my, what would I have done differently for this activity? I ran out of time. I actually have to go back to work here in a little bit. That's why I'm turning this as is. But when changing modes, when I have already clicked on the browse button, it pulls up my list view. When I click on landscape, my list views disappear and I have to click browse again. Um, Looking at my code, it's telling me it's saving my instance and it's restoring the instance, but it's just not staying. Um, I've changed my code around, I don't know, 15, 20 times, different ways, trying to figure out how to get it. So if anybody has any input they'd like to share, I'd definitely like to hear that. Once I go over my code, you can see what I've done. Another thing is I was working on my rating bar. Right now, I still have it in the detail view, not in the fragment. I was trying to work on it in the fragment, but I just didn't have time to figure out how to send the data back. Every time I tried, it was just giving me a 0.0 for my rating instead of what I chose. So I kept it in the detail view for now, but that is something I'd like to change and work on. And the only thing I could use more clarification on is the save instance with the fragments. It was the only thing that really kicked my butt. Otherwise, everything else went pretty smooth. The transitions over. I added another thing from the call to my display view to have another display, and it's the likes. So all the likes that were gotten on that photo in Instagram. So I'm going to go ahead and just run my code and then walk through it here. While that is loading, here's my main activity. In here I still have it doing the seeing if there's an instance and if it is, checking the connectivity. Here I have my get data and my handler, and then my start for results on activity. I actually was originally calling that in the main fragment, but then further on into the videos, I now have the on item click listener, which um, if the detail is in the layout, so if it's in landscape, um, it'll display the data, but if it's not, it'll start the on results activity, which will call the new activity. And then there's my on activity results, still the same from last week, and my on save and my restore instance. This week I also did create a user class. The prior weeks I had it in my main activity, but I separated that as well as my custom adapter. I took that out as well because it just saved on the code when doing my main fragment because I kept getting a lot of breaks. My detail view, I still have, I have it calling the intent, or I should say retrieving the intent, and then my finish, which is passing the intent back for the alert view. And then here's my detail fragment here, which it is implementing the onClick listener. Here I have it in the onCreate view, it's setting the views. I even have it setting the rating bar view here. Not sure if it's actually doing anything right now, but it's there because I was trying to work on the onChange listener. And then here I have my display the results. And then I have my onClick. In my main activity, by the way, is where I'm calling my display, where I'm calling on my JSON parsing and all that. Alright, so here's my code. I'm going to change it back to portrait. And here I have the browse, so it brings up all the pictures. Click back over on one of the pictures. And of course it's running slow again. And here you have the picture. And here's where I added the likes. You know, this picture has 1 like so far, and it was just uploaded. You rate it. You can go back. Everything still works there. And my alert view pops up, telling me I rated it with a 5.0. Now here's where it doesn't stay. It was frustrating trying to figure it out. Okay, so I can click on a picture, brings it up over here again, and I did add a scroll view to my detail view, so this way this could scroll up and down. I didn't do it on this side because the list view already scrolls, so I didn't have to worry about that. But to keep everything here. But again, if I were to go back into portrait, everything disappears. So it's something I still need to work on. Other than that, I hope everybody's doing good, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.